and the steeplechasers lining up. You see the American record held by Daniel Lincoln. He's been the #1 American steeplechaser the last 3 years. He's in medical school at the University of Arkansas, but he is balancing that with his running. And this is his first meet of the 2007 season.
Daniel Lincoln is just a tremendous talent and obviously very adept at being able to separate running at a high level and also deal with medical school. I asked him how he does that, and he said he had great practice in college working on that biochemistry undergrad degree as well as competing there for the University of Arkansas.
There's Daniel Lincoln 3 straight times, the U.S. #1 steeplechaser. And on their way in the men's 3,000-meter steeplechase. This is the race dominated on the international level by the Kenyans.
Almost every gold medal won at this event has a Kenyan name next to it. They have dominated for so many years, so many Olympiads, that at some point you got to believe that one American, maybe two, will have a chance to come up and challenge those guys when we get to World and Olympic competition. I know they're talking with Daniel Lincoln and also Anthony Familetti, who's in this race. That is one of their aspirations as they continue to improve their steeplechasing ability.
There you saw the 14 runners, the list of them as they continue on their way. And you mentioned Anthony Familetti, the 2004 U.S. Olympian in this event, who was eliminated in the first round in Athens, but was second to Daniel Lincoln 2004 and 2005 at these U.S. championships.
Familetti with a great personal story coming into this event. In 2005, as you mentioned, he qualified for the World Championship team. He went back to Flagstaff, Arizona to do some altitude training. And 4 days before his trip to Helsinki, he got a call saying that his mother had a serious heart condition and was in the threat of her life was evident. Flew there to New York to see her, and she said, "What are you doing here? You've got a trip to Helsinki and a championship chance to run." And he left, not knowing if he'd see her alive again.
All right, a lot of action in the field events in the infield today. For our first check-in, let's go to Dwight Stones.
Here's defending champion Tora Harris, who's a 2004 Olympian. That's his first attempt clearance at 7 feet 3 inches. Tom, it's all about conditions down here today. It's very wet on the track. It is drying up quickly, but the early rounds in the pole vault and the high jump have been affected by rain. Tom?
All right, Dwight. The leader here in the steeplechase, Max King, twice the Ivy League champion when he was at Cornell. And Daniel Lincoln is there in second place.
Well, to finish that story on Familetti, who will expect to get up in the mix of this race as they go over the water jump again. Familetti went on to Helsinki and was eliminated in the first round of the event. We found out that his mother did recover, Angela, and she is watching today in Long Island, New York. Says, Tom, she doesn't want to come to the race because she doesn't want to jinx Anthony. But we know that she's at home watching and glad that she's in great health. And now this young man hoping to make the team and not be eliminated. There he is with a nice big tattoo on the right side of his shoulder. So, Mom, he's in good shape. Glad you are there in Long Island, New York. And we'll just see what happens.
Yeah, the story had a happy ending as Max King continues to lead from Daniel Lincoln in second. Josh McAdams is in third, and Corey Nowitzki is in fourth place at the moment. They've got less than 5 laps to go.
We noticed these hurdles, 28 jumps in all over as they move themselves around the track. 3 feet high the hurdles are. I asked Lincoln before the race started, I said, I guess this rain doesn't bother you. You're going to get wet anyway, especially with the water jump. And he said, that's exactly right. 7 water jumps in all as they make their way toward that jump, which on this track is to the outside of the track.
Familetti has moved into fourth place now as King continues to lead with Lincoln in second, McAdams in third, and Familetti now in fourth place.
Guys biding their time, Tom, biding their time, waiting for the moment to pick the pace up. Happy that someone has decided, Max King has decided to take the lead.
Let's go back to Dwight.
All right, Tom, Jesse Williams, 4-time NCAA champion for the University of Southern California. A little drama, third attempt clearance at the opening height of 7 feet 1/2 inch. He uses a lot of speed, and with that wet runway, he has a problem. But now that it's starting to dry, he's going to be able to be more effective. Also jumping from too far away from the bar because he's been very tentative on the run-up. This young man should make the World Championship team. He did so 2 years ago.
All right, and back on the track, the men's 3,000 steeplechase. Max King continues to lead. Daniel Lincoln still in second place. Anthony Familetti has taken over third. Josh McAdams is fourth.
Lincoln moving up into the second position there. Just in third is Anthony Familetti. You can begin to see the strategy here as King does all the work, the rabbiting, if you will, which is not technically allowed in championship competition, but this is exactly what Familetti and Lincoln wanted to happen, someone else to take the pace. And then shortly you'll see them begin to explode and pick this pace up to drop everybody else to try and secure their championship goal.
King still leads. Lincoln is second. Familetti on his outside is third. McAdams on the inside in fourth place. Over that hurdle and heading to the 3-lap mark. 3 laps remaining in the men's 3,000-meter steeplechase.
You know, Tom, I've been involved with track and field for a lot of years, and I ran the 800 years ago, and I asked myself, and I asked Daniel Lincoln, why in the world would anyone want to run the steeplechase? All the hurdles, the water, the difficulty, and Lincoln said, you know, sometimes you get cursed with being good at something, and that's what you end up in, and that's what happened to him. He embraced it. But Familetti said that he wasn't sure if he would be running the 5K or this event, and it was a couple of weeks ago where he said, I knew that my passion was this event. You have to be passionate about running a race that's as difficult as this, as Familetti now takes the lead going over the hurdle, and that's why he's there. Max
King has faded back to fourth. Familetti takes over first. Daniel Lincoln is in second place. Josh McAdams goes in third. Over the water jump. Familetti still leads it, with Lincoln biding his time on the outside, McAdams on the inside.
And the runners now beginning to pick up some energy from the crowd. These hurdles are unforgiving, not like the men's 110-meter hurdles that we saw earlier. If you hit this hurdle, you're going down. Right now, Anthony Familetti and Daniel Lincoln neck and neck, one of them waiting for the other to make a move.
2 laps to go. Familetti inside, Lincoln on the outside. Then McAdams and Tom Brooks joining the leaders in fourth place. Familetti and Lincoln still running almost as a team as they turn down the backstretch. Familetti, the shorter of the two on the inside, Lincoln on the outside. McAdams now being passed by Brooks. Brooks doesn't quite get by him. And Aguayo in the orange is now in fifth place.
It is so easy, Tom, for legs to get tangled, spikes to get tangled as they go over those hurdles bunched up. And there goes Daniel Lincoln.
Lincoln just bursting away from Familetti as they come to the water jump. McAdams on the outside trying to challenge Familetti as well, and Brooks still fourth. Here's Daniel Lincoln leading the field into the home straightaway for the penultimate time.
And the strategy for this race played out perfectly for Daniel Lincoln, who's been struggling with injuries throughout the early part of the season. He missed some training, and he was hoping for a slower pace, someone else to take care of that pace early, which is exactly what happened with 1 lap to go. And now he looks to be in control.
Into the final lap, Daniel Lincoln in his first meet of the season trying to hold off Josh McAdams. McAdams, the NCAA champion from BYU last year, and challenging Lincoln now. McAdams stride for stride with Daniel Lincoln and edges ahead. McAdams goes to the front. Lincoln can't keep up. It is McAdams over the hurdle and pulling away from Daniel Lincoln. Tom Brooks is in there now in third. But it is Josh McAdams with that big move to take the lead down the backstretch, pulling away from Lincoln. Over the water jump safely, into the home straightaway. And Josh McAdams is showing the way. Here's the final hurdle. McAdams is over it.
Familetti in trouble.
Familetti may not make it. Sprinting for the finish now, McAdams. Aguayo making a move to get second. Brooks and Familetti in fourth place, I believe. But Josh McAdams, there's your winner, with a dramatic move down the backstretch to pass Daniel Lincoln, who had taken the clear lead. And it was Josh McAdams that wins. Familetti in fourth place. Back to Indianapolis in just a moment.